spirit of the game.
All right. Well, welcome to Streams of Sparrow. I'm Benito, the Dungeon Master. We are accompanied by my friends here on the website here. Rico, obviously, Jew the Barbarian. He's running the stream here, and John's down below running Spoke. Leonika is playing HK, and Matthew's playing Oleski. We will be joined later by our favorite wizard, Alarian, by Jacob. He's just running a tad late because we all got family lives, but they're all deciding to split up anyways, so let's go to the group that is actually together. So we're going to go Jew and Spoke. We're going to do that. So Oleski, you're going to go off. Where are you going? Just outside the city?
Well, that's the best we've got right now. We were told that they have people watching, so if we went outside the city, we'd be able to get help.
Okay, so you're going out the one that you originally came in the city?
Yeah, I'm going to go out the western gate like we came in, very nearby.
Are you just going to stride out of the Fangsport Tavern, or do you wish to be secretive?
As much as I wish to be secretive, I'm not that secretive capable, so I don't think that that's really my forte.
You can still try. Would you like to try, or would you not like to try?
No, and in fact, I think if I try and fail, it'll make me look more suspicious than just being casual.
Okay. Out you go.
Of course, I do have all my daily protections going, and
what do you got going on? Mage armor?
Yeah. Mage armor is a 12-hour spell or an 8-hour spell, so I always, whenever that's going, and I cast it at will with no spell slot use, so I just keep that going as long as I'm conscious. So at this point, I mean, we did discuss leaving June with the other group.
You're staying behind.
So that's
them.
So there is some communication available, but yeah, at this point, I will basically head out the gate and basically do the casual walk in the woods kind of thing. You know, not looking like I'm looking for something because I'm expecting they're watching us. So I'm not going to try to look for individuals to make contact with. I'm going to let them make contact.
All right. Wifey.
Okay. So how far are you going to go in the woods?
Well, I don't know that I need to walk into the woods, so to speak, but just down the trail. I'm out for a walk is what I'm doing.
Our group is splitting
not
up.
making a camp. I'm not
off the side of the road, just kind of making a maybe a half a mile berth and come back. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that kind of loop thing where, if anybody's really watching me, they'd get the sense that I'm just out for a while.
Gathered some information back and forth.
Distracting.
You are passing by. There's a couple of wagons full of barrels.
So we're kind of splitting the group up.
Looks like beer coming in.
Try to get more information.
Definitely from Greenwood.
Narrow down the.
Another one you're not really sure where that came from. It looks literally weathered, like it's been on the road for a while, and the ship out of that. And yeah, you're out there for waiting out a little bit, but that's pretty much what you particularly see right off the bat. Guards pay you no mind. This side of the town seems to be really, really boring to the guards, and they are pretty bad. You can definitely observe that they are. If they're the Embraces people, they're not very good, or they are not the Embraces people, and they're just really shitty, whatever. But the guards here are awful, just awful. Okay, so we will go to where...
It really feels like there's no security to the city, is what you're saying?
Well, you see a couple of guards. I mean, you can probably pick out 4 guards. I'm just saying, like, they never paid any attention to you or any of the wagons that went by. There are a few people that walk by, look like they're woodsmen. You feel like they've been here. They're definitely residents. So, again, either these guys are super comfortable or these guys just aren't doing their job. Right. All right, I'm going to go to Jew and Spoke real quickly here. Where are you guys heading? To the octopus? Is that what you're deciding to do?
Yeah.
Plan last time. Yeah.
I gotta find my notes too, because we were looking for a bishop or some guy named Bishop or something, and we had no
Bishop
idea.
Dean. Yeah, he's a muscle for hire, I believe.
Yeah.
And the octopus was the place. The purple octopus was the place that ties the Bensons. The place we went. Me and Jake went to. So yeah.
What guys did you choose again? Spoke.
Sorry.
What guys did you take? Are you choosing?
Oh, I wasn't going. I think I was going as the female half elf.
Female half elf.
Mm-hmm.
Not the halfling. Half elf.
Nope, not doing halfling.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to jettison across to the thing. You guys get by the guard. Same old routine with the guard at the gate. He's just on the bridge. He just asks you where you're going. You guys saying you're gonna blah blah. He lets you go. He doesn't.
If it's one of the same guards, I continue to kind of joke with them to try to build rapport. Just the same joke of, on duty again, man. Put in the work.
Okay. Not a problem. All right. So you're heading over there. You will get to the octopus. It's pretty early in the morning, so there really is only one group of sailors there.
Is there any change to the ships that are docked? Or is it all the same ones?
Give me a investigation check.
Sure thing. 11.
11. You think one of the merchant vessels is gone. You just can't remember which one of them is
Right,
there.
but there are like big notable ones are still there.
All the big notable ones that you recognize are there.
Okay. So like if we just want to do direct approach, the Shadowfall is still an option. Just to check in, Yeah, so we'll head into the purple octopus. We don't know really anything about this Bishop Dean other than he is named Bishop Dean.
And he's a sellsword.
He's a what?
A sellsword.
So, oh yeah.
What are we gonna do with him, by the way, when we find him, Spoke? Are we looking to?
I mean, we're looking for backup to take a more direct approach. We keep messing around, like poking here and there, and getting our faces kicked in for the pleasure. So
we're looking to hire this guy. We're not looking to beat him down.
We're looking for backup. We need.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say if we're legitimately just looking for muscle, then we go in there just legitimately. Like, why play pretense on something that is normal?
Yeah. All right. Well, the two female servers are there, of course, as well as the bar owner, Rushford. And however, the only group of people in here are apparently a couple of farmer guys who seem to be in here that sold maybe some of their wares off, and a very elaborate crew of individuals at another table. They are kind of like pretty mellow for what you're assuming is a pirate gang. They are. Give me actually a perception check to see if you can discern some of these individuals.
Both of us.
Both of, yeah.
12.
Yeah. 17 plus whatever my 19.
Awesome. Spoke.
Why are you angry?
Who,
What
me?
did you get, John?
Oh, because
Yeah,
my initial roll, the dice went under the desk.
Oh. Why would you be angry about 19?
It's the movie. That's all.
No, my first roll went off the table.
Spoke. What did you get?
12.
12. Okay. You both instantly noticed, because you have one, there is a Warforge that is standing pretty much over, and that's kind of helping you, and you kind of notices a very attractive half-elf female. You're definitely saying swashbuckler because she has two rapiers off her hips. She's got very flamboyant hat cap with her feathery off of it. A lot of the other crew are all around her. They seem to be very well fashioned crew, unlike the crew that you met earlier spoke with Casanova. These guys seem to be all very almost nobilistic or very veterans in terms of their presentation of their attire. They're very well groomed. They're not raggedy as a band at all. They all seem to be very well dressed and very well into breakfast and in their meals. And those, like I said, that crew and the two farmers are the only ones in here in the cabin.
I don't see the orc who I was talking to before last time is here as a halfling. Right.
No.
What do you think, Jew?
I don't know. Crew this well dressed doesn't look like they're type that hang out here long term. Probably work for a short period and leave. I don't know if that's someone to talk to at all or.
Yeah. Another Warforged would be nice, though. Too bad we can't get our hands on that.
I mean, we could always approach them and just see if they're down shortly, in town long period, looking for work, and try to hire them. Kind of what we're here for with the bishop.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to remind you that most of these captains are all working for Benson Jelly. You can't just, they're not that available to you. Only the self-employed. The captains are completely off. I'm not going to let you walk into that blunder. You know that they are, these are gang members. Like I said, any captain is a lieutenant to Benson Jelly.
All right. Well, then why don't we just inquire with the bartender about Bishop Dean? I mean, that's what we're here for. Maybe he knows something.
All right, you want to take the lead, and I'll act like I'm one of the guys that not act. I'll basically stand with you as one of the guys you've hired.
Sure.
You've got the better looking face right now. You might be easier to talk to than a barbarian.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna approach the barkeep.
What kind of half elf are you dressed as? Are you dressed as an adventurer? Or are you dressed as a roguish type? Or are you dressed as a noblewoman? What is your presentation?
Technically, my clothing never changes unless I change it.
You change it. Okay.
So I'm just kind of wearing the robe.
Okay. He goes, "Oh, greetings, us. What can I do for you at the Purple Octopus?"
Good day, sir. I was wondering if you could help me try to find somebody, or at least point me in some kind of direction.
Are you here for a meal and drink?
Oh, yes, of course. What do you have to drink here?
Well, we have the Hobbs Nectar, the Elk Fire, the Thor's IPA, the wines, the Orchid Bliss, and we have our oddity called the Sea Sting.
The Sea Sting? What kind of drink is that?
It's the one that really gets you under the table.
Oh, well then. I don't think that dear old me needs anything like that. I'll take the Orchid's Bliss. That sounds nice.
Okay. 5 silver.
All right. Hand over 5 silver. Did you want anything? I look over to Jew.
I'll take the same.
Okay.
As much as I want a Hobbs. I'll take the same.
Just so gross. Okay. So 2 wines, breakfast. We are doing a crab meat omelet this morning with seaweed, seasoned seaweed.
I'm gonna roll to see if that's something that interests. Ah, yeah, okay, I'll take one.
Okay. That's another
crab. I'm sorry, my internet broke up there for a minute. Crab meat special was
crab meat omelet with seasoned seaweed.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds lovely.
14 silver.
Bleeded me dry, man. No, it's fine.
I have to get my money back from the funds pot that we all chipped.
Okay, so you have wine, you're eating. He's getting things ready for the night. Obviously, that's going to be more busy.
Yeah.
The other crew, you kind of hear that they're talking about doing a treasure hunt for a downed vessel somewhere in the southeast.
Fun. So keep talking to the barkeep. I'm sorry, what was your name?
The barkeep's name is Rushford. Rushford Ildoran.
Put it right there. Words to that. Flat out ask him about, or should
Well, I mean, just ask about any knowledge of cell swords in general. I'm doing a bit of business outside of town, and I was looking to hire some men to help me out. I was wondering if you might know anyone good in town that might be able to help out with some slightly dangerous business.
Well, the two names that come in mind is Bishop Dean and Thing. But finding Bishop is often difficult. But you could always just go get some slaves if you really are you interested. Over with Frog. That's probably the cheapest way to go. Long term, anyways.
Oh well, I don't need any cheap help. Thing you said? I believe I've heard of him. He's a half orc.
Yes, but he's mostly on
Do you know where we could?
the other side of the town.
Oh, out on the other side of town. Okay. Do you know whereabouts more specifically, or just around in that area?
I hear he
ask
goes to
around
the
there.
Bordello of Hearts a lot.
Oh, I see. And Bishop Dean is just hard to find in general.
Yes, he likes to spread his word, so he hits a lot of places. I believe he comes here pretty often. I saw him the other day, but I think he might be over the Aphrodite's Flytrap. He goes there pretty frequently because they know a lot of business going on.
Okay. Well, thank you for the meal and the information.
No problem.
Could you think of anything else, June, that we should ask over here?
No, I think that's the big thing. Just look, hired help.
Oh, very good. Well, then I'll let us finish our meal and we'll be off. Do we hear anything else from that party behind us as we finish our meal?
You heard about looking for a sunken vessel. They look like they're going scavenging. That's it. But they're pretty reserved right now. Like they look like they had a hard night of partying. They may be well dressed, but they're still pirates, and it's morning.
Fair.
Except for the big Warforged, he seems to be fine.
I would imagine he would be. If I know my Warforged.
We all
Where
that nice oil.
He doesn't seem to be asking for oil. Where are you guys going after this? Are you going back to the Fengsport Tavern?
I think we should do a lap around the side of the area, just to kind of get a lay of.
Maybe just stop into some bars. Maybe we'll get lucky for Bishop Dean.
Why don't you both give me a wisdom check, please?
Or see if there's any like outdoor markets. Like,
a good idea too. Wisdom. Nope.
Got under like.
Just a wisdom score modifier.
Yeah, that's a one. I don't like that. 11.
Okay. Jew, You kind of remember you've gone out in this side of the area with 3 of you. Every one of you has reported being attacked, at least by goblins, if you guys are wandering around. Not to mention now you've known that the Laughing Mask got away and there are only 2 of you. So you may want to contemplate just wandering around without an actual location.
Without an adult.
Without
Spoke-
supervision.
We might want to just head back to the other tavern so we can get some more information.
Okay. Let's do that then.
I recall this is the area that the goblins are. And as much as I might smell like Hobbs Ale at times, I don't think that's going to help us.
Okay, so you guys are going to head back.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome, Alarian and HK. You 2 are heading to the Druid's Circle, if I remember. But you guys wanted to have a certain conversation, so I'm going to let you guys have that.
So again, how does this druid woman help you? And what kind of threats could she pose?
Oh, well, I don't know what kind of threat she could pose other than everything in the city seems to be a threat to us. But I just saw an opportunity to try to find some answers to the missing parts of my past, the time gap that I lost after I first left my village. And when I came, time passed, but I don't remember it passing. My village was gone when I came back, and it seemed like it was yesterday I'd left. Was much more powerful than I was when I left. Kind of a fledgling wizard at that time with not much control, but suddenly I was significantly more powerful and had this feeling. It seemed to think that it has to do with the Feywood. And when we were told that Crazy Granny Apples has access to the Feywood and knows a lot about the Fey, I saw an opportunity to try to find out some answers. I'd like to know what the hell happened to me.
Absolutely. I mean, quite honestly, whenever someone is given a gift and they do not know the giver of said gift or understand the motives of the giver, there is a true potential that they have terrible reasons behind what they do. So, in the effort to make sure you are safe from any plots that you may not be aware of, I'll need you to keep me informed when you're dealing with these Fey matters and matters that deal with your past. Doesn't have to be a detailed conversation, my friend, but just give me some kind of signal so I know that that's the reason. That way I can always back your play.
Will do. Sounds good.
So, what will the signal be?
What would be a good signal for you? I don't know.
It deals with my dawn, or my past. Not my past, but something like it remind me of spring. Just anything that reminds you of spring or a new beginning. As long as you emphasize that, I'll know it's a signal that that's why you're doing it. That way I can back you.
All right. Well, it reminds me of spring.
And by all means, do not ever assume that means I'll let you go alone.
Business will stream.
All right. Reminds me of spring.
All right. Was there anything else?
Written down.
Or are you
What's
good?
that?
Was there anything else you guys are talking about, or you guys are good?
No, I just
Okay.
wanted to get a handle on kind of the nature of the inquiry, and that way I can follow him and make sure he's okay. There's a real possibility it'll happen.
You get to the Druid Circle. You enter in. Little bell jingles. Ding-ling-ling. There is a young man in there in his mid-20s, blonde hair. You see piercing blue eyes. Pretty simple garb of brown and stuff like that. A little bit of fur. He goes, welcome. How may I help you? Welcome to the Druid Circle. I am Dallin Ish, and I will help you.
Good day, Dallinish. Was hoping to find Granny Apple here today. Has she been around?
I haven't seen her in about a week.
Do you know where she can usually be found when she's not around here?
Don't know where she frequents besides here when she leaves. I'm not that nosy. She just picks up supplies, some information on things, and then she's on her way out. She doesn't stay in the city often, just once in a while for some weird business, I guess. She's mostly outside of the city.
Okay. How often does she usually get in, did you say?
I said I saw her a couple weeks ago. She doesn't have a regular schedule.
Okay. Does she usually come in every few weeks? I know it's not a regular schedule, but what's her, a relative interval?
2 to 3 times a month. That's about as regular I can get it. No real interval time frames. Not often back-to-back days, but
If I may, are you the proprietor of this location, or is she?
I am.
Oh, so she's a regular, a customer,
Yes.
maybe even a supplier of some of the wonderful wares you have here.
Yes. Trade. We do trade.
Excellent. Well, I know that she's quite irregular as far as her arrival, but would you feel comfortable if we left word or a message for her?
Yeah, no problem.
Excellent.
And
if I were to look around here, I'm a fan of various oils. What plants do you know would make good infusions?
What?
I like flavored oils.
What is this, Young
Okay.
Living?
I'm looking for something exotic.
Well, speaking of Granny Apple, he brought in this kind of rare elixir, but I don't quite have all the information on it, but it's an oil, it's rare, and I think it has magical properties.
is it quite viscous?
Viscous?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what it does. I've only been able to test it a little bit.
Oh. Does it have healing properties, harmful properties?
Doesn't heal, doesn't burn, but I don't know what it fully does. So I'll sell it to you for 15 gold to get it off your hands. If you want to experiment with it.
What do you say, Elron? Well, you'd like to experiment on this?
Well, the oils is usually yours, but I'll buy it. We can see what it does.
Excellent.
And I'll just write a note on a piece of parchment for Granny Apple, introducing myself, and that I would like to speak with her next time she's in the city and has a spare moment, and where we can be, where we're staying.
You're leaving your name only, or the group's name, or what?
I'll just leave my name so she doesn't think there's a whole group of people looking for her.
Okay. All right. Anything else? So 15 gold away from your character. And where do you want to go?
I'm gonna just look around a bit while just trying to kind of keep an eye on him to see how he perceives us. See if he does anything that makes me think he's being cagey or defensive. Because I know as a bodyguard, the last thing you want to do is give somebody you protect, give away their itinerary. So,
Insight check.
sure. Insight is wisdom, so that's going to be a 20.
You're quite positive that this guy is about as country as it comes. He's
Hey, mine too.
obviously and genuine as an apple pie, man. There ain't nothing surprising about him. You know what you got getting out of him. He seems definitely all about nature and the herbs, and he must definitely have contact with Granny Apple. Didn't seem any malicious intent on the bottle he sold you. He obviously has that type of resources. So you think he's pretty low-end druid, if anything, in that regard there. But his wares seem to be all legit. There doesn't seem things out of place. You don't see any markings around the place also that would indicate that he's been kind of fidgety about it. It's just, plants and herbs and things of that resources.
Sure. Any signs of battle or being roughed up, like protection people coming and maybe scaring him, stuff like that?
He is country boy, all clean cut.
All right, cool.
Probably if you weren't an Iron Man, he'd probably be the guy your daughter would take on.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Find something just random to spend a silver piece just because he's taking the time to answer our questions. So.
Okay, so that's that. You guys still head back to the town. Are you guys same way, or you guys want to take a different route, or what?
We should definitely take a different route.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right, you gonna hook around?
Yeah, and Ben, I'm gonna change directions at least 4 different times before I head to where we're actually going.
Go in the front door of a shop and leave out the back door.
Okay, give me stealth off of you guys then. Obviously, you're at a disadvantage because you're a big iron guy.
Stealth happens to be Dex, which I'm not shabby at. That's going to be a.
Don't worry about making noise. I'm making plenty.
That's a 16.
Take 10 off that.
Holy Lord!
Yeah, I'm a 16.
Wow. All right, Alaria. Then, what are you doing?
Spoke would be proud.
Apparently tripping on my shoelaces and knocking over symbols that are hanging from some vendor.
Okay. All right. So, HK, you're trying to get Alarian to move along, but as you're moving by, going through one of the places, there's this pretty attractive townsgirl in a nice little lovely pink dress. That delayed you about 4 seconds. You kind of look out of the corner. There's another pretty looking girl. She looks like she's handling laundry and a yellow dress. He kind of looked and bumped into a guy. He's like, "Hey, watch where you're going." You guys excuse yourself. You're moving along. You're stealth.
Check my pockets.
No.
As soon as somebody bumps into me, I'm checking my pockets.
No, Alarian is bumping into people. He's like, he's looking at the girl. He bumped into somebody. He's kind of like moving around. He's not helping you in any regard. Every time you try to move forward, you can see attention is being drawn to your
my friend, can you stay focused, please?
I'm trying. So many bucks.
Okay, give me both of you guys. Give me an investigation check, though, please.
Investigation. Holy shit!
Well, that's
Throwing,
four.
throwing these dice away.
Time for more. Amazon.
I went up to a 9.
Started it.
Rolled a 2, but
Yeah, I'm rocking a
Oh.
5.
Hey, wow, you're having a lot of trouble keeping him on track.
Headphones.
All right. You guys are moving back. It's just too much chaos for you guys to get to that point, and you'll be heading close to Bank Port. All right. Let's see. Basically, a woodsman comes out. Kind of has gotten near you when you were kind of up daydreaming a little bit, and he goes, "Can I help you out here?"
Oh, well, no, not really. I'm just out for a walk. Although the weather's turned a little bit chill, I could use a warm cloak, but that's nothing you need to provide.
What's a guy like you and a tire like yourself doing out in the woods of the town? You don't even have a bow or axe on you.
Oh, well, I'm actually just kind of out for a walk. I got a little bit claustrophobic in the city. Felt I needed to get back out among the trees for a bit.
Roll a deception, please.
That could be good. 20.
Okay. Okay, he goes, "Oh, all right. Each to his own, I guess. You, I have a half a sandwich. You want to split it?" He breaks out a
Well, that's
sandwich. He takes a bite of one half and offers you the second half.
very kind of you. I wouldn't mind at all, I guess. Although I wouldn't want to take your supplies. I mean, you need them.
I was friendly. I don't live too far from here. Tea? And he pours out. He seems to have 2 cups. He seems to enjoy this little picnic thing.
Okay, well, I'll share, a reasonable amount with him. I mean, I won't deplete it.
It's green tea, if you like that. The sandwich is like kind of a ham sandwich. It's kind of plain. I mean, it's not seasoned up too much, but it's ham in that regard. So it's edible enough. It kind of supplements you after a bit of a breakfast thing.
And this is you said this is a woodsman?
Yeah.
Like carrying firewood, or is he a hunter?
Looks more. Give me a perception check. No, give me investigation. How you identify
Bite me?
what he's wearing.
What the fuck?
Not bad at all either. Same roll,
Like a
actually
vampire
17,
cat.
so another 20.
He seems to be a blend, but he's not carrying any weapons. He's not carrying any tools. He seems to be all attired out, but he doesn't seem to have any necessary equipment for anything he's particularly supposed to be doing, besides having the lunch.
Just like I don't.
Correct, but you're more towny, and he's supposed to be more outdoorsy, but he doesn't seem like.
I got my boomerang though. I got a really nice boomerang on my belt.
So you feel that he's either wandered out here himself, or he's lost, or something. It doesn't quite fit. It doesn't quite fit the scenario.
So yeah, I mean, you said you live around here. What do you know or what should I know about the city? I've just arrived in the last couple of days, and
Wow,
I don't know if we're going to settle in or not.
it's bustling. But you know, bad seeds in that place. Kind of probably what you were all
All bad
looking
seeds?
for, right?
Are there any good seeds?
Probably what you were looking for in there, right? The bad seeds.
No, I'm looking for the good seeds, I guess. I'm a faithful of Apollo, and I'm a healer, and I'm with my friends, my company, the White Flame. And we come to the city looking for work and for news and those kinds of things. So we're just kind of settling in to see what's what and who's who and what we can do to find work.
Where all your friends go? They just leave you out here on your own?
No, I left them. We had a little bit of a tiff, and I just wanted to kind of get out and stretch my legs and get some distance.
Having a difference in opinion now on things, huh?
No, not a difference of opinion. I'm just not seeing eye to eye on our current way of doing things. We've lost our leader, and we're all looking at different directions and how we can all accomplish our ideals, I guess.
You guys are pretty quick to be quick to judgment and pull triggers instead of really thinking things through, for sure.
We do have a couple of hotheads, but I think we have a couple of cool minds as well. We're a group, and we run the gamut. I hope we haven't ruffled any feathers. I hope I haven't ruffled any feathers.
I think you ruffled a few.
Are there any particular feathers that we've ruffled that I might be able to smooth out?
Well, it's what you went in looking for, the trouble.
Well, I think more trouble came looking for us, but that's beside the point.
Well, if you never went to Fang's Keep, you wouldn't really have the trouble, right?
I've never really been to Fang's Keep, but the city Fangsport, I imagine, is very similar.
No, you get me every time with that, man. Touche. He goes, I think it's Fangsport. Yeah, well, okay. Well, it was great having a lunch picnic with you. I must be on my way again.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself very well. My name's Alexi. Can I have the pleasure of your name?
As he gets up, he turns and goes, "Oh, you can call me Penelope. You know how it goes. Tell that wizard Ilarion I said hi." And she walks into the woods.
Back up a little bit.
All right, HK and Ilarion, you are back at Fangsport Tavern.
Just check on everybody.
Thank God we made it back.
Yeah, pretty quietly. I'm gonna check to make sure all the entrances are secure, make sure everybody's whole.
Well, everything's boarded up, so
Okay.
Pepper goes, "Oh, success."
We moved things forward.
How did things go here, Pepper? Was everything okay here while we were gone?
Yeah, nothing, no problems. No one's come in. We're closed, so I think some people are checked in outside, but no one's really tried to press anything or inquire. So we're just still cleaning up.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
hopefully the other guys were able to maybe procure some help to watch this place, so you can come out and help us next time. I missed having you around after all your help last time we went out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not really good with people though, so I don't really. I mean, I can fight.
From my
Seems that's what we need around here.
from my experience, getting used to people is difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I haven't really understood what you guys really kind of doing. I just try to be, support where I can.
Well, we're desperately trying to put
We're
together.
trying to figure that out too.
We're desperately trying to put together a pathway to success. We know that there's a ritual that spells at a minimum hardship, at a maximum doom for the region. We know
Like-
it's going to take place around here.
Did you say a ritual?
Yes.
Like what kind of ritual?
We don't have those details, but we know that Drow are involved. We know that the Laughing Mask was involved in making sure that the mayor and Greenwood didn't become a spot where people who would interrupt this ritual could come from.
Is it a portal ritual?
I know that was one of the theories we had discussed, but we don't actually know for certain.
Oh, okay. You want me to look?
Why?
You can look.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you know a lot about these types of rituals?
I'm what you call a horizon walker, ranger. I kind of been doing some things since I found a lot of base stuff around the area. I
So
got
you-
you.
Is out of character? Is that a subclass of ranger that's in the player's handbook, or because I have no idea what that is?
Xanathar's connected to everything.
I'm assuming that
Oh,
HK
okay.
is
I
not
don't know what
terribly
that is.
familiar with that particular thing. So I'll just say I have not heard of this conclave.
It's not much a kind of conclave. It's just a kind of a following. I don't know. Being close to the Fey Woods has kind of got me more attuned to hunting for things of that sort. Once in a while, there's Fey portals that pop up, and bad things come out of it. So I've had to help close them down.
Oh. Well, it seems that we've wasted a great deal of effort and energy when we should have come to you in the first place.
Well, if it's a ritual portal, I mean, if it's a ritual of something else, I'm not going to be that helpful. But I mean, I can definitely give it a shot if you give me a little time.
What's happening, buddy?
We'll give you all the time you need.
All right, so she'll sit down at the table and she will focus. All right, we're going to go to June Spoke.
Hello?
All right. There are three individuals. Yep, there are three individuals. They know you. You see them, as well as they see you. So they're not rushing to engage you. They just seem to be wanting to follow you.
All right. Yeah, we're just gonna take our normal pace back to the town.
Okay, now that you have that, both of you can give me another perception check. This will it won't be an advantage this time because they're going to try to get back into hiding.
15.
11.
Okay. Two of them are pretty good sized individuals. You roughly say about 6'2", 6'3", are two guys. Pretty much, they seem to be together. The other one seems to be very adaptive, rooftop moving and moving to the side. And that person you feel is female and around 4'7". But you can't see hair color or any other features beyond that. They're pretty well guised. And you guys are going to return to the Fangsport Tavern?
Yes.
Okay.
That's like Hobbit size. Oh, that's not. That's bigger than a Hobbit.
Yeah, it's bigger than Hobbit. Okay, all of you, Aleski, you guys arrive. 10 minutes later, Aleski will arrive as well. So the whole band is here. And just as he walks through the door, Pepper tells you there's an active portal. I feel it's about maybe close to a mile. I mean, it's not that far away. It's probably a few blocks.
Can you hone in on it as we're getting closer? Can you find exactly where it is as we get closer to it, or you just know that there's one somewhere in that direction?
Now, I need short rest to continue to.
Okay. Okay, so catch everybody up. Pepper is a horizon walker. She can detect it. Has to do with Fey portals, and she can
portal.
She can detect portals, which may have something to do with our ritual. She says there's one in that direction, so we can go see if that is tells us anything or is a clue. If you guys are
Alexa, stop.
good.
Okay,
Alexa, stop.
So you guys are right here, as I mentioned before. She's pointing that it is east, and the direction would mean it's somewhere in here.
That kind of where we're at.
You're right here.
So it's by the docks.
That kind of where we were just at, Spoke.
Nope.
No, you weren't. You
No,
guys
we
on
were
the
up
other
here.
side.
Yeah, we're up
You guys
there.
on the other side.
Oh, we went all the way up there. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
This is a much more local area. In fact, if you remember, there haven't been many boats. You haven't really seen any boats over there, although they have docks.
Is there any sense of when this ritual could be taking place, or
She just said it's active.
Did it feel like it just
the portal is active right now.
Did
don't
you
know
feel
if
that
it
it just
necessarily is.
activated, or has been active for a while?
I haven't been looking. I don't know. This was the first time I really looked for something since I met you guys.
Let's also remember the Cult of the Night Garden. We were told is
Finally,
more based on this side. They're stronger on this side than the side we were on. So we could be walking into. We've never been in that area. They could have a stronghold on that side. That's what we're walking into.
there's
So
a
let's be
there's a portal
prepared.
to a nefarious plan where enemies of all that is good and noble
Yeah.
exist. Of course, it's a trap. We should
Yeah,
arm up and we should go.
Yeah, we'll tell you that's where the Court of the Fang is. Not the cult of the Night Garden.
What time is it?
It is 4 in the afternoon. After all you guys have been here.
What time does it get dark this time of year?
8.
Okay, so 4 hours before dark.
Summertime.
so we were followed on our way back. For whatever it's worth, we were followed on our way back by 2 different sets of. One of them was a little stealthier, rooftop running, less than 5 feet tall, the lake. The other one was a little bit more obvious, following us in.
Okay.
Just as FYI, as we plan out.
Yeah.
Other than that, we didn't get any information. We're unable to secure any fire help.
Threat or somebody covering your back. Keeping in mind we have people in the area that could be looking out for us.
I mean, they didn't attack us, but I don't think that makes them not a threat.
Right.
Truly. But if they were clearly a threat and were followed by them again, you have only to let me know and I will unleash.
They didn't make any moves on us, and we didn't give them the opportunity to, so it's hard to say if they were an eye on us or.
Well, Songbird indicated that they really didn't have a presence here in the city. So I don't think they'll be able to offer any kind of backup in that regards yet.
Hey Ben, do we know if over where that is, or can we ask Yale? Is that where the Bordello of Hearts is?
Yes, the Bordello parts is in that direction.
Okay, so that might
They're like
be.
on the north side of the city.
No, it's just to the east of us.
Oh, it's on the. Okay.
It's on this side. The Bordello of Hearts is where the Court of the Fang is. That's their kind of hangout, but it's also where we were told that the Thing hangs out at.
Okay, that building right there that my cursor is on, that yellow one right here, that is the Bordello of Hearts.
I don't see where your cursor is at, Benny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
yep.
zoom
No, I
in.
see it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so you said that Pepper, you were pointing further over for the portal, though, right?
He thinks it's got to. I mean, it's somewhere the way
Yeah.
distance. It's somewhere here.
Okay.
If you were with us, or even if we were on our own, how would we be able to sense where it is or tell where it is as we got closer?
You probably would see it. I mean, I'm just attuned to that stuff now. I guess since I've been developing my skills.
How big would a portal like that be?
I sense it's powerful. I can tell you that it's not small.
Do any of you have a detect magic ability that has range?
I don't think detect magic goes that far. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure detect magic is a little more localized than that. Yeah, 30 feet. not over a mile. Oh,
How long does your ability to scan detect magics last?
It's done now. It's. I can sense there's one, and then it's done, and then I need a short rest to do it again.
No, I meant Alaron.
10 minutes, up to 10 minutes.
So if we got into the general area where we knew it was, and then you began your spell,
Yeah, it's also it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common steel, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So if it's inside a stone building with stone walls, I might not be able to pick anything up.
well, if it's big, I don't think there's a lot
Yeah.
of buildings in that area that would be
Yeah.
sufficient size.
At
It's
that
probably
point,
in a
within
square.
30, at that point within 30 feet, we'd probably notice it without detecting any magic. We'd probably go, "Oh shit, there's a big ass portal."
Pepper kind of like thinks a bit and goes, "It's not in a building. It's underground."
Super.
Uh,
I
So-
feel
I'll add
it
to the
was-
grunting.
The
what did
court
you say,
of the
Ben? I didn't quite hear you.
I feel it was lower. It wasn't something I looked straight across when I kind of mentioned it. I felt like it was below. I don't know how deep, but I just know it was below.
So
That makes sense.
we know that area is a kind of stronghold type of area or centralized area for the Cult of the Fang. And we also know they do their business and come out at night. Underground would be a good place for those type of
My guess,
individuals to hide out during the day.
tactically, I have an idea. If we get into the general area, we will likely be attacked by those seeking to defend this portal. We simply
Yeah.
enter where they exit from, and we will be on our way.
Say it out loud, Jew.
Sorry, you guys were talking.
Use your
Anyone,
words.
does the staff here know of any underground entrance? Sewers?
Whoa. So Yale hasn't heard anything of any underground areas over there. All right. Well,
Not his trait.
As HK said, if we go in the area, we'll probably be attacked by them. So that's a good way to figure it out.
We just all have to keep our eyes open for where they're coming from, so that we know where to move towards. If more come from that location, then we'll again be.
You guys spoken with any?
I think all the smugglers are probably out of the port with Benson Jelly, and I
We
know.
saw some treasure hunters.
Oh, and another Warforged HK.
Oh yeah, there's another Warforged ring.
Really?
Was he bigger than HK?
No.
No. No one's as big as HK.
Good.
Yeah, this one was actually shorter, but very wide.
Clearly built by a
So, like,
dwarf.
Bigger than HK, but not like bigger than HK.
Also, to let you know, I was unable to make contact with anybody from the Warm Cloak out on the road. They may have noticed me and attempt to come contact later. However, our friend Mask is still definitely watching us. He approached me out on the road. He would like you to know that Penelope says hi. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but you do.
How do you know it was the Laughing Mask? Did he stab you?
Did he stab
No,
you?
surprisingly, he didn't.
Doesn't look stabbed.
Yeah.
But his voice was recognizable.
Is that one of the people that we ran into?
What do you think's bigger?
No. Let's see.
That one's bigger. This one's like
Your many exploits.
Yeah,
Lara,
hard to
did
remember
you
them
sleep
all.
with the Laughing Mask?
Oh God, I hope not.
Did
I'm not
actually
talking about anything in
pretty good
mind.
taste in ciders. I was pleasantly surprised by the cider he shared.
Wait, apples?
Yes, apple cider.
Wait, is that the sheriff's?
Were you
Wife?
outside of the town? Where did you go?
Yes, I went to attempt to make contact with the Warm Cloak folks, like we discussed.
Was it a woman that you were talking to?
No, it was a man.
Man.
Wasn't Penelope
The
the name
apple-
of the
was that-
sheriff's wife?
With the apple connection, I didn't know if maybe
No,
it'd be
Penelope
crazy
was-
Granny
Penelope's
Apple.
the map lady.
No.
Penelope's the map lady?
I think that was the map lady that gave us all the maps.
Oh, like from the previous town?
Yeah, from
Why would he have Why would he have the map lady?
He murdered her because she would give him the map to the Underdark.
The maps? The secret
We
maps
have a
that
map
he-
to the Underdark. Use that to see if we can figure out where the underground passage is here.
It really didn't show any underground areas in this section.
Oh, I do have a map of port area and a map of the underground. Right?
Let's see if we can match them up somehow.
Is this the right campaign?
Maybe the
I'm
map of
looking
the
at?
underground would be helpful, yeah. Maybe, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna pull my maps out.
Roll investigation.
Well, you bought so many damn ones; it's hard to keep track.
Got the mayor's map still.
You did buy a lot of maps, that is true.
Wait, no. Penelope was the map person. Buy maps at Port Town West.
14.
Map. Yes, I did write down that Penelope is.
Okay.
And I wish to give him aid with this if possible, which
Yeah, I lay the map out on the table.
Roll again. Drew, roll again.
See?
Now have advantage.
Less than my last
Okay.
roll.
You think you found some underground passage that links maybe to the northern part of this Fangs Court compound, but you're going to have to go to the Fey Woods to get to it.
So All right, guys. Here's a map of the port area and a map of an underground, and this circle wherever you're. This might be.
The entrance to it is about 5 miles out of town.
Then we go.
The entrance to the Fay Wood tunnel that we need to get to.
That
You
will
said
lead
we had to go through the.
Banks Court compound.
Well, I guess that's 5 miles. It's after 4 already. We're gonna end up in this place after dark.
That was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All right,
if that's what we have. Let's do it.
Let's gear up.
Okay, everybody, who's going?
Everybody. We're not gonna.
I'd say everybody.
Yeah.
If Alexei's already run into Laughing Mask, we.
Does that include Pepper?
Yes.
Yeah. Da-da-da.
Well, absolutely. She's the one that can sense where the portal is.
Okay.
So I did find Penelope is the name of the Mac maker, definitely, because I wrote it down. But we don't know if that's the same Penelope. Fucking know.
Thank
I'm
God,
sure there's
thank
more
God
than
we
one.
know that.
I'm sure there's more than one Penelope.
Thank God we know something.
And I don't even think I talked to her, so I don't know why she would say hi to me. I didn't even buy a freaking map. She would probably say hi to Jew. He spent all his gold there. My best customer.
Funny how you get caught up with things.
Unless the laughing mask was Penelope all along.
Yeah, could be.
At this point, we don't know who the hell been and hasn't been.
Well, he hasn't been HK.
I do know one thing. I did not sleep with Penelope.
Not around you, at least. Yet.
I don't think
Do
you
you
can
not
get them
have
on
that on your tally marks?
No. To-do list.
So you're going outside of town?
Ben, before we leave,
Yep.
before we leave, I'm going to use identify on the oil that HK and I bought at the Druid Circle to find out all about it.
Okay, it is a bottle of Blade Ward. You can use it 4 times.
A bottle of what now?
Blade Ward. It's basically going to give you, for a combat, it'll basically give you resistance to piercing and bludgeoning. And slap.
Oh.
Nice.
You can use it 4 times.
There you go, HK. Well worth the gold.
I actually think you, Alexei, and Spoke need to have it first and foremost. Right before we go in the entrance, you should partake.
Okay. All right, we can save it for when we're ready to kick the proverbial door in.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
I think we're gonna. Yale. We'll let them know that we think we have an idea where it's gonna be, so that nobody takes advantage of our absence. You should definitely make sure you're secured.
He will do his best.
I'll tell him that I had left word for Granny Apple if she comes calling for me.
Will do.
So,
Okay.
just in case.
We let them open back up and tell people on.
No, I don't think there's enough time to get a ruse like that in place.
It's going to take another day for him to open back up after all the tables and stuff are broken.
Yeah.
So.
I will take a dagger of mine and hand it to the young lady that I got to come out from behind the thing, from behind the bar and hide. And I will hand her the dagger and say, keep this close to you. Use it to defend yourself.
Stick them with the pointy end.
The pointy end. Okay. Carlisle, you get Carlisle the dagger. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it. Well, that's it for HK. He gathers his gear.
Okay, Pepper will lead you guys out. As you get to the outside the city, she'll take you into the woods. You guys will be able to sneak through there. She says something in a very elvish tone, and she tells you you should be able to sneak very well. So roll your stealth. You're going to get +10 to it, as Pass Without Trace has been cast on all of you.
Oh, nice.
Only +10. I might need more than that.
I need more than that.
26.
27.
7, 2,
16.
16,
20.
20. Good.
Oh wait, I got.
16.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, 16. I have to roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, if you're wearing armor, you are still rolling a disadvantage, but I just have the
Ah, shitty balls. Hang on.
Sorry, you're a big armored dude.
Yeah, 16.
Okay, that's still good.
Yeah.
Who is following Pepper in the front? Who's leading of your party besides her?
Probably
I'll go-
HK should be up
I'll
front.
go.
Somebody
I'll-
big in the front, and somebody
I'll
big
be
in the back.
I'll be in the very back.
That leaves me and Spook in the middle, and Aileron. So
Yeah, I'm in there too.
diamond pattern, 2x2 formation.
It's Pepper, HK, me, Alexia on one side of me, Spoke on the other side, and Jew behind me.
Okay.
Sounds good, right? Yep.
Spleeny much?
That's a technical. Just armorist.
All right. Again, you guys pretty much will travel through a couple hours. Having Pepper is wonderful. You've not done circling in some time now, and you find what appears
Ouch.
to be-
But why does that always have to come back?
Ouch.
Why does that always have to come?
Ouch.
I'm just trying to put the party into perspective. What's going on, and I'm just letting you know.
Do I need to
This
roll
is
and
how-
see if I get lost being behind everybody? Like
You never were lost. You just took a while to get to the right direction. I'm just saying how different things kind of go. All right. You guys basically find the location that she thinks is definitely it. There's a hole. It's like 3 rocks. An oddly kind of formation. If you walk by it, there was no way you would never know that there's actually a hole in here.
Just a hole in the ground.
That leads apparently down, which it seems that's where the marking is from your map. It's like rock formations, but if you walk by it, it just looks like a clump of rocks, but you have to slide in. HK is going to have a very tight squeeze.
we're trying to go underground, Alaron. Does it surprise you that the hole's in the?
Well, it might be like a cave or something, not just a hole in the ground you could step on and fall into.
No, there's no way to
The
step into
Feywood.
it. The rock clusters are such a way that they're very smooth. You're going to have to really kind of clamber up there and slide down. If you didn't have it on your map, you probably wouldn't have, and Pepper didn't find it, you would have never picked it out. In fact, you guys walk by it at some point. It's just like a few, probably about 15 feet from the road. So you guys went by it at one point, but never knew it was on the one on the map.
All right, HK, you think you can make it through that?
I'm going to, but on the way back, I go last.
Well, on the way back, we might not be coming this way.
But
Coming right up through.
if for any reason we come to a section, especially if we're under duress, I will go last. That way, I don't hold any of the rest of you up. In that scenario, Jew, you will go. We will switch spaces.
I'm down with it.
All right. It's dark down there, so what are you gonna do? Who can,
You can't handle the truth.
Alesky, do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Spoke, you don't have
What
dark.
was it?
We talked
Who's
about
thank
that.
you
So
for the
you're the only one with dark vision.
Heart
I
attack.
can provide everybody with light.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use I could make a light.
I can do prestidigitation.
I can
Okay,
make-
Porky
I can
Pig.
make a light.
That's all, folks.
I actually have the light.
Prestidigitation.
The two spellcasters can provide light.
Well, I'm not now. I'm not gonna do it now. Fuck you guys.
I see. All right. So,
Now, insofar as the light that I can provide goes, I have to touch something and it glows like a torch.
Okay.
I would suggest putting it on something that can be put away, because if you cover it up completely, you will, not extinguish the light, but you will cover it up so that it doesn't provide light, so you can hide in the darkness if you wish. Otherwise, I can just touch a person and you'll glow.
Pepper can be in the front, continuing to lead. If you put it on an arrow, she's going to have a bow knock at this time. If that's what you want to do.
Yes, they're American flag.
Can you put it on more than one thing?
Or you can put it on the bow.
She could even fire the arrow ahead down a long tunnel if we need.
But she'll try to remember, if she shoots it, there goes your light.
Can you do it on more than one thing or just one?
Thank you.
Anybody with an explorer's pack in the back could also light a torch. I'm just letting you know. Whoever has to be in the front is going to be that kind.
I have an explorer's pack.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to harm Pepper's ability to
see.
But I mean, I can.
She's human.
I've got a tinder,
okay.
I've got a tinderbox and torch.
I've got a torch.
Without putting light in an area, so he's the only one who can navigate first without setting off any hey, there's a bright light coming down the tunnel. That's your call. Anybody else needs to use light, and they're going to be there's a light coming down the tunnel. So
I have a hooded lantern I can use. I can kind of put the hood down on it, just so it's a little less visible.
It's still going to be
our dark vision guy can go first. If they see anything and say we need light, I can light 3 of the torches instantaneously.
Okay.
That we all have.
That means all of you are going to go down, unable to see, and being guided by Alesky in the front.
Or we can say screw it and I'll just have light.
I'll just pick up a rock and I'll cast the light cantrip on a rock and hand it to somebody. Who wants this? And when you want no light, just put it in your pocket or a pouch or something.
Because I wield my tower shield, I'm not going to be able to carry it. I'll have my spear in one hand and shield in another. So
I'll carry it.
So I'll give it to Jew.
All right, Jew has his block with a question mark.
My tower shield.
Okay. All right, you guys are gonna go down the tunnel, but before we do that, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. So 8:35, folks. I want to get a refill here. Let everyone go to the bathroom. Plus, let us work on our recording situation, so it's not as difficult for Rico to put it back up on YouTube.
It's always difficult. 5-minute break.
I'm trying. All right, so we'll be back in 5, guys. Yes.
Yep. You got it. Back in 5.